Childhood memories. Everybody's got them. Unless you're like 6 years old and you are watching this video, then you're making these. This is your childhood memory right here. Anyway, if you're anything like me, then you probably have a lot of your childhood spent playing video games. Like, I don't know, DS video games. Everyone remember the DS? That shit was cool. When you were just walking around, you flip it open and be like, yeah, this is what I got. And all your friends would be around. They'd be like, oh my gosh, it's got 2 screens. And you had the stylus that came out of it. And everyone thought you were so cool when you had the DS. Yeah, that was me. I had a DS. I still have my DS. Look, I'm going to close it so you can hear it. You hear that? I'm pretty cool, aren't I? Anyway, regardless of how cool you all think I am, the point I'm trying to get across is the DS was legendary. And if you had it as a kid, you were legendary. You were the legend if you had that, and everyone thought so. I remember being a kid and having my DS. I brought it to school after my mom told me not to, and I pulled it out, and all of them girls came over there and said, oh, what's that you're holding? What are you playing? And I whipped it open. And I said, oh, you know, just playing a little Pokemon. And oh my gosh, let me tell you, as a kid, I had so many girls. I had to fight them off at this point. This was like 2nd grade, so I don't know what it was, but I had to fight them off at this point. What I'm trying to get at is everyone wanted you if you had a DS. And compare that to nowadays, bro. If you try and walk up to someone and tell them you just bought a Nintendo Switch 2, they're gonna look at you like you just told them you're a virgin and you hate Doritos. Like, it's like a death sentence out here nowadays. Nobody likes Nintendo, which is fair. They're trying to charge $500 for a device and $100 on top of it per game. That's pretty greedy. But to be honest, Nintendo has always been a greedy company, but I feel like the difference is now the games aren't good. Like, they used to deliver us masterpieces, Pokemon Blue and Red, Pokemon Platinum, Crystal version, all of the best games were being released. And now they're giving us like Mario Kart World and Donkey Kong Doo-Doo Butthole. Like, they're not giving us anything to play nowadays. Hey, and that's not just nostalgia talking either. Within the first year of the Switch 1 being released, we got The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, arguably one of the best games ever, but we also got ARMS, Splatoon 2, Super Mario Odyssey, Fire Emblem Warriors, Xenoblade Chronicles 2. We got bangers after bangers within the first year, and now with the Switch 2, we've gotten Mario Kart World, Donkey Kong Bonanza, and then like 2 other games. The rest of them have just been games they've upgraded from the Switch 1 and charged us more money for. This is ridiculous at this point. And look, I'm no idiot, okay? I know that things had changed since the DS was out and games cost more to produce now because they're spending more money on, you know, making them run better and look better. Psych! They ain't doing any of that. These games run worse than they did on the DS. Like, look at this game right now. This is a screenshot from the most recent Pokemon game, Legend ZA. And as you can see, it's not the prettiest screenshot you could ever imagine. And this isn't like cherry picked either. This is just kind of what the game looks like. If it was like a friend in class you were telling someone about, and they asked if like it was a pretty friend, you would say they've got a great personality, because that's what this game is. It doesn't look great. And it's a Pokemon game. It should look better. It should do better. It's one of the biggest series of all time, but that's not the hope. The point of this isn't to rant about hope. The real reason for this video is to actually give recognition to the games that deserve it. The games that were fire when they came out and are still fire to this day. We're talking about old bangers. We're talking about the old goldies. We're looking for some gilfs of the gaming world out. Games I'd like to play a gilp. Now, since we're already talking Pokemon games, we may as well just give recognition to the best Pokemon game to come out in the past 50 years. We all know what I'm gonna say. We all agree on it. Come on. That's right, Pokemon Ranger! Nah? You guys ain't feeling Pokemon Rangers? Alright. No, but for real, if you actually played Pokemon back in the day, especially if you were playing Pokemon on the DS, then there's only one right answer. We all know it. Pokemon Heart Gold and Soul Silver were way ahead of every other Pokemon by leagues. I'm not just biased because that was the first Pokemon game that I completed. I mean, if you go into Google and look up what was the best Pokemon game ever released, it's gonna tell you. It'll tell you the fact. I mean, first of all, just the ability to have your Pokemon following you around while you were walking about was like the coolest thing ever. It really made me feel like an actual Pokemon trainer in the world. Like, you could just turn around to your guy and be like, hey, what's up, man? And I feel like there was just so many other iconic things from the game too. I mean, everyone who has played Heart Gold, Soul Silver knows about Whitney's Miltank and has had some sort of trauma by it. And when they see that Pokemon, they know that rollout is coming and it traumatized them for life. or at least it traumatized me for life. But if you haven't played it, basically she has a stupid cow that can throw a rock at you and wipe your entire team. There were also some other iconic parts from the game that everyone remembers. The apricot system was pretty cool. Being able to grow your own berries and make Pokeballs from them was absolutely amazing as a kid. It felt super magical. The roaming Pokemon was genius, taking that from Crystal and putting it into the game. So when you're just walking randomly, bam, all of a sudden you have a legendary Pokemon encounter. You tell your friends, well, I was walking down Route 23 and that's where I met the legendary Pokemon, and they all try running up and down in the grass there, but they don't ever find it and they think you're lying and you have to swear, no, it really did show up. Just amazing parts of the game. All of it was iconic and just a perfect game overall for Pokemon. But hey, that's enough about Pokemon. You guys have heard me talk about that for almost 5 minutes now, so let's move on to a game that I think we can all truly appreciate as being one of the most entertaining and beautiful games to play when it came out at the time. That's right, Spider-Man on the PS2, not the GameCube, on the PS2. It was amazing. I mean, first of all, the swinging was just perfect for the time. I mean, obviously it's not as good as like a PlayStation 5 swinging. I mean, you could argue that, I don't know. I like the swing in the PlayStation 2 Spider-Man, but also on top of that, it delivered the best voice acting we've seen to date.
Talk to me.
A car just hit that girl. She needs to go to the hospital. The pain. Make it stop.
Hey, I'm driving here.
Spidey.
There's just so much about this game that you can actually still enjoy at like a modern level. Like it's just funny to look back at a bunch of the stuff that's going on. Like an NPC will randomly say, Spidey, watch out! And then a bunch of random thugs just try and rob Spider-Man, like as if you don't see him flying around the city like this. Like, it's crazy. Like, some random humans just think, ah, yeah, I can rob that guy probably. I mean, I really want you to think about that. Like, think about being a normal human on the ground, seeing Spider-Man flying around through the city, seeing a giant rhinoceros running at him, and he picks up the rhinoceros and throws him, and then the Green Goblin comes flying in on a surfboard and throws some explosives at him, unfazed, and he's cracking jokes the entire time. And you're some random Joe Schmo on the ground, and you think you can go rob Spider-Man. You got a crowbar, you think, yeah, this would be good enough. What? Like, bro, he's gonna kill you. Overall, though, Spider-Man 2 on the PlayStation 2 gets a Gilp Game Award for being a certified game I'd like to play, and I'd recommend you all try and play it too. Anyways, the next game, you're definitely not going to expect what it is. Go ahead, try and guess what it is. I'll give you a moment. Alright, if you're anything like me and you just heard that music, then you had a wave of nostalgia just rush back over you from your childhood. And if you think Super Smash Bros., you are either thinking one of two things. You're thinking the best fighting game you've ever played in your life, with all the crossover Nintendo characters you can think of, and Steve from Minecraft. Or you're thinking of those dirty, smelly convention walkers who walk around with a green cloud around them. And some of you are definitely in that second ladder too. If you smiled when you saw that music and that screen come on, you need to go take a shower. Go take a shower right now and don't forget to wash your ass. But obviously, if it's not obvious by me recording this video, I like Super Smash Bros. Don't let my girlfriend hear that, but I played it when I was a kid. I still took showers though, okay? I still took a shower. I never had that problem. Something I did do as a kid though that probably annoyed my aunt whenever I was playing Super Smash Bros. At her house is that, I don't know if anyone else did this, but on the old GameCube, you used to be able to spam choose the character you wanted, and it would say their name over and over again, like this. Luckily though, as I got older, I never really played this game that much, otherwise I may have fallen down the rabbit hole of no showers and stinkiness, so I'm glad that I didn't continue playing it. But let me tell you, as a child, this game was absolute peak cinema. And I believe the whole game was made in like 9 months too, which is just absolutely crazy because it still holds up today, like over 20 years later. And you know, you just can't get better than Super Smash when it comes to fighting. All in all, for now, that's all I got to say about some video games. I just wanted to send out this quick video and just try and push something out there for now and have some little fun with it. If you guys do enjoy the video, then leave a like down below and tell me your social security number, your bank account information, and your dog's maiden name. and you'll get a free cookie if you do. So everyone, I hope you enjoyed the video, and yeah, peace.